Hi guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Free Hammers podcast. It's myself, Paul, here, as always, with Luke. How we doing, mate?
Yeah, good mate. Episode 68. We've done a few now, haven't we?
We're getting through them. We're getting through them.
We are, mate. We're getting through them. I don't know how many Lee's been part of, but
About two.
yeah, I think Jay's done more podcasts than him. So we've spoke about Huddersfield. Sorry, we spoke about the Huddersfield game. Fantastic result in the end. If you want to know more about what we thought about Stoke, I'm sure the video will be underneath this video. But the latest game, mate, was last night. Shrewsbury, obviously, unless you were there was no way of seeing it. I suppose quite a lot of people listened to it on the radio. I did myself. It sounded like one of the most boringest 120 minutes of football ever, to be honest.
Yeah, it's difficult to say. I mean, obviously, I couldn't see it. I couldn't get to the game, so couldn't see it. So I was just listening on the radio like everyone else. And it's hard to try and... You can't really take much...
No, you can't.
From just radio commentary. It's difficult. You don't really get a real picture of the game. But no, you're right, mate. From everything I've read for people that were there, it wasn't a great game. Apparently, Shrewsbury, had a great account of himself, did really well. It's disappointing, the fact that it took us that long to score a single goal against the League One side. That's a bit worrying. Even playing the kids, which I know we're going to talk about a little bit later in more detail, but even playing the kids, you expect to do better against the League One side. Do you know what I mean? So it was a bit disappointing.
But they are, to be fair to Shrewsbury, they are flying. Do you know what I mean? They are top of League One, I think, or well up there. And sometimes it doesn't matter what league you're in. If you've got that winning mentality instilled in you, you're high in confidence. Sometimes it doesn't really matter who the opposition is. Like they'll make it hard for you, whatever. But yeah, I've watched the highlights. I'm sure you've watched the highlights as well, mate.
I actually haven't seen. I haven't seen the highlights yet.
It was a fantastic goal.
I haven't seen it. You'll have to send me a link after.
Yeah, fantastic goal. It's on BBC iPlayer. Just like a 2-minute clip. Yeah, Lanzini had a couple of chances. Their goalkeeper pulled off a good save. Yeah, the goal actually, what it was, a corner come in. Tony Martinez held it up. He flicked it back. And then it fell to Reece Burke sort of on the edge of the 18-yard box, and he smashed in. It's like Tony Yeboah-esque one off the bar. But yeah, fantastic moment for Reece, really, really good. It's good to see Oxford in there as well. Obviously, Tony Martinez got a full 120 minutes. Apparently the game wasn't that great, though, like I say, until Marco come on and him and Lanzini started their magic again. But listen, a win's a win. And it's something like we haven't lost in like 7 games now, 6-7 games, something like that.
Yeah, we're on a good run of form, and someone pointed this out previously. The record books ain't going to show, we struggled against Shrewsbury against the League One side. The record books are going to show we're into the next round, and at the end of the day, that's the important thing. So, hopefully we keep going.
As well, mate, because it allows the kids to play again. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, yeah, we've got to concentrate on the league." Yeah, okay, we have got to concentrate on the league, but at least we're going to see Josh, Reece, Declan. They're going to get another game next weekend as well. That'll be my birthday. But yeah, no, it's good to go through. Obviously, sort of this show will go out tomorrow, but as we sort of speak, Wigan and Bournemouth will play tonight. So it could be Bournemouth. We could play Bournemouth this weekend and Bournemouth next weekend. So it's funny how it always seems to work out like that, doesn't it? If it is Bournemouth,
we had it with Arsenal as well recently, didn't we? Arsenal. Yeah.
I remember playing Aston Villa a couple of times, like right back in the day, and Tottenham a couple of times, like really quick succession. It happens quite a lot. That does. I can't say I'm an expert on where Wigan are in the league, but either game is winnable.
Yeah.
Bournemouth had a fantastic result the weekend, obviously against a very poor Arsenal team. But I don't know, you'd fancy us against them. It's if Callum Wilson, King, and not I turn up really.
I mean, it depends.
Scary pace.
If we're talking about the cup game, it depends on what sides are put out. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. In the league, yeah, I'd fancy us. Yeah.
And on the league, mate, obviously that will move us on now to the Bournemouth game, really. What do you reckon on that? Obviously, it's at home. It's not a team we've got a particularly good record against. I remember, it's a lot of. There's always lots of goals in it in the Bournemouth games. Obviously, when we played them this year already, obviously controversial goal, the Callum Wilson goal. So,
I think to be honest, at this point, it's the first time in a long time I'm looking forward to the next game. Do you know what I mean? I'm not dreading the next game and thinking, oh God, where's the next win going to come from? You know, we're going into games with confidence now. And I mean, at the moment, I'd say, like, if we turn up and we play well, and especially the likes of Lanzini and Arnautovic, if they turn up and play well, I feel like we could beat anyone. So I mean, definitely, it's a game. Again, this next run of games are games. If we can pick up a few wins, we're well out of it. Yeah, we're well out of it, and then we'll be looking up instead of down. It could be a massive, massive turning point in the season for us.
Yeah, 15 points now, I think, will be enough. So that's 5 wins. That's doable. 5 wins are doable. Like you say, mate, the next 4 games, I think it's. I think we've got Palace, Bournemouth. I'm sure West Brom's in there somewhere. Like, they're winnable games. You've got to be looking to win 3 of the next 5, really. And then we near more or less safe then with if results go away. Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think the weekend? I think we'll win.
I think we will win. It's probably going to be. I mean, we don't seem to have much problem scoring goals at the minute, but we're still conceding. I reckon this could be, like you said, could be a higher scoring one. I'm going to go for a crazy 3-2.
3-2, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say Callum Wilson's got a very good record against us. He loves scoring against us. Yeah. So moving on from Bournemouth, obviously not much to say about that. But so there is a couple of little snippets of transfers, mate, floating around still. Carroll, mate. Carroll's not been seen in a West Ham shirt for a couple of weeks now. Lots of rumours that he is starting to sulk a little bit and he wants that move. I think it's going to happen.
Sounds like it will, mate, to be honest with you. I know Moyes has come out in the press today, I think, and said he don't know anything about it. And if anyone's been in contact, no one said to him. I know Hugh Southern has got ties with the board. He's come out and said there's been no formal bid, but then that doesn't mean there's not been interest. All of the in the knows on the forums seem to be saying it's going to happen. It sounds like we asked for 30 mil plus add-ons. They said no.
I would take 20.
Yeah, it sounds like we would accept 20. Again, our mate Jinxed is back on Knees Up Mother Brown. He popped up and said 25 mil. He reckons it will probably get done at. I mean, listen, if we can sell Andy Carroll for 25 mil, that's unbelievable business.
Yeah, it's even in today's market, like a 29-year-old. I'm not sure whether he's 30 this year. Maybe he's 30 this year. Maybe he's 29 this year. Only plays about 20 games a year, 25 games a year. Get rid of him. Honestly, I know. Listen, he's a fantastic player. Keyword: when fit. When fit, fantastic player. But yeah, for me, if it's time to go, it's time to go. Like I say, Ryan or Scott, it was from West Ham Fan TV, one of their videos recently was saying like he's detrimental to the way we play as well. You know, what should have happened in the summer really is ship him out then, and then build a team around Chicharito. I don't know whether Chicharito's going to stay. It doesn't look that way.
I doubt
doesn't look that way, especially if David Moyes does stay. But we can't just let him go with no one coming in, mate. Because if he goes, Sacco don't want to play. Chicharito doesn't seem like he fits. So something's got to come back. And
yeah, I mean, it's interesting, again, reading the rumours about it. A lot of people were saying that there's a potential swap deal. And then a lot of people were saying possibly Michy Batshuayi. But then it sounds like he's going to, I think it was Spain. I'm not sure.
Oh, no, Seville.
Yeah, I thought it was Seville, yeah. So, So, I mean, I don't know. But no, you're 100% right, mate. This is the worry. This is the big worry, is if we sell Carroll for 20, 25, 30 mil, how much of that money are we going to see invested in the squad? Because I reckon it ain't going to be much, if anything at all. Sounds like as well, Shelvey is very close.
But you say that with the takeover now not going to take place at Newcastle. I don't know if you read them rumours this morning.
I did see that, yeah.
Will Ashley, just like our owners, will he just go, I'm not giving you no money because I want to sell this club in the summer? And then he won't sell no one.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could mess that deal up now.
It's interesting. It'd be interesting to see what happens. But like you say, mate, it sounds like all of our strikers are for sale. All of them. Carroll, Sacco, Hernandez.
Ayew as well. Ayew was awful.
Ayew, rumoured to be going back to Swansea. Yeah, I mean, big time. We need players bought in. I mean, Arnautovic is doing brilliant, but he's not a striker.
Yeah.
And if he picks up a knock or something, or he drops out of form, yeah, then where's the goals going to come from? So no, big time. We 100% need a replacement if Andy goes, and then like we still need midfielders. We still need midfielders. We were saying after the game, after the Huddersfield game at the weekend, like if we look great going forward, and if we can get a solid central midfield as well, we'll have a really good team. So that needs to happen as well. I'm really starting to worry that we're not going to sign anybody, because
I think that, mate, as well. I think that
it's ticking on, and
it would not be a surprise to me at all if we don't sign someone. It really wouldn't, because we probably are going to touch on it a little bit, because a couple of the questions touch on the David Moyes thing. It's like, do they really want him in the summer? Do they really want to keep him? And especially now, again, back to the Newcastle stuff, Rafa I can see walking now at some point, or at the end of the season, if we come in for him, Rafa may be coming our way. And what's happening at Newcastle is not, I wouldn't blame it on Rafa in terms of their demise at the moment. They're on a real bad run at the moment, aren't they? But again, he could make a mistake, come to West Ham, and the same thing happen. Yeah. They ain't going to have some dream magical rainbow £150 million pot for him. They're not. They're not, because it's not realistic.
No, of course not. I think it'd be basically the same. It'd be swapping one set of bad owner for another. I don't think it'd be much different. I know, again, we might talk about it more in a little bit, but as far as Moyes go, I'd rather keep Moyes than bring Rafa in at the moment. That's where I would stand. I'd rather Moyes stay on.
A couple more on the transfers, mate. I'm going to do with like the more sort of solidy ones that have come out recently. Collins to Huddersfield, or Brighton, was it?
Brighton. 2 million.
I'd be gutted.
Yeah, I don't think we should be selling him on. I think, and I'm pretty sure we've said this many times before, and I'm sure a lot of West Ham fans feel the same. He still can come in and play a role as a backup, and he loves the club. He wants to be at the club. Why sell him? Keep him on. Let him do his coaching badges, and then keep him at the club. Do you know what I mean? After he finishes playing.
Yeah, he's 34. But again, a point from the other West Ham fan channels that I really liked was Collins has a knack. He can miss like 5 or 6 games, and I'm not saying through injury, just by being on the bench. And he comes in and he'll put in like a 10 out of 10 performance every time. Like he's relied upon. He can just go boom straight in, and he's fine. So yeah, I'd not someone for me that we should be looking to get out of the door. There's people like Font. Probably Font to a certain extent is the one that needs to go. If you're looking, I know it's unfair because he's been injured, but another one. Nice to see Byron back last night as well. Forgot to mention him.
Yeah, it's good to see him still alive. Well, I say good to see him. Good to see him in the team sheet. Didn't actually see how well he played, but
no. Apparently he did well. Apparently he did really well. Other transfer news, mate. Another little smidgen of a rumour. How much truth's in it? I don't know. Tom Davis from Everton. Good player. Like him. Young, tricky. Again, how much truth is in it? I don't know. It may just be the Everton David Moyes rumour.
Yeah, possibly. I don't know. I see a few people talking about this, and one of the comments that came up that I saw that made a lot of sense is why would he want to leave Everton, who's his boyhood club, to come to West Ham?
I don't think he's getting in the team.
Mm.
Don't think he's getting in the team.
Is he going to get in the? Is he going to get in the team at West Ham?
I think so. I think again, I don't think we'll ship Chiati out yet. Chiati will go in the summer, I think, though.
Mm.
Again, there's so much that will go on, I think, in the next sort of this summer and now. You know what I mean? Like, will we keep hold of Lanzini as well beyond the summer? I can't see it. To be honest.
All depends. See, it's things like that. It all depends on what we do. Probably in this transfer window as well. If we make a couple of statement signings, and we say, yeah, we are trying to push on, we are trying to do something, we're trying to build towards something, then you might be able to keep players like Lanzini. But if we just stand still and we don't do anything and we sell all our players and we don't really bring in replacements, and then we're not sure the manager's going to be next year, why would he want to stay?
Yeah.
Why would he want to stay? Of course he's going to want to leave. And that's the worry. I think that's a big thing as well for this transfer window, where it'd be really good to sign a couple of players. Like if we had gone out and gone, boom, there you go, let's buy a Carvalho, someone like that, just to show the good players that we've got. Look, we are trying to build something here. We are trying to do something.
Intent, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Showing some ambition.
Yeah. One player that won't be coming, mate, I just read there, BBC. Theo Walcott has completed his move to Everton, mate, so that is one that will not be coming.
It's an interesting one, that. I think he'll do well there. I like Theo. I've always thought he was a good player.
Yeah, so, big fish. He can be a big fish now. Probably him and Rooney will link up quite well. Sort of passing the ball in their end.
Where's Aaron Lennon these days? Where's Aaron Lennon? Is he still at Everton?
I'm sure I read that Lennon's going to go... He's going somewhere. He's going somewhere.
Because that's as far as they're concerned, that's probably a decent upgrade, sort of replacement upgrade sort of thing. But yeah.
Do you know what I'd love to see us sniff around for? Just last thing on transfers, unless you've got anything after this. Where Stoke are in such a precarious position now, I would just go in for Shaqiri, man.
It'd be good to have as a sort of Lanzini backup.
Yeah, because he's a fantastic player.
He's a great player,
really
yeah.
Player, man.
He's a very good player, yeah. It'd be. I'd ask the question.
Any news? Any other news, mate? Before we move on.
No, nothing realistic anyway. Like I say, all people talking about if Carroll goes to Chelsea, you know, and then people were talking about, oh, why don't we ask for like Loftus-Cheek or Willian or David Luiz? Like, seriously, come on. There's actually West Ham fans out there trying to talk about getting David Luiz. Really? He's like a £70 million defender. We're not going to get him. So I don't know. Fellaini, I would still like to see Fellaini come in. But like you say, man, there's rumours and things like that. It seems like the outs are much closer than the ins at the minute. So
I think we'll see a lot more in the next sort of week and a half. Well, we have to. Do you know what I mean? Because we're running out of time. It's the end of January next Saturday.
I know. It like you say, mate. It'll be. I can see it getting to the end of the window, and Sullivan coming out saying, "We tried. There's no value in the window. People
£1 million bidding for Carvalho.
Yeah, they didn't want to come. We ran out of time. So shut up." So I don't know. I've got no faith when it comes to bringing in players.
If we don't buy anyone, does that say to you that David Moyes is not staying?
If we don't bring anyone in, it says to me, I mean, yeah, he might. It could well be. It could well be that he's not staying. But then, again, it's another thing. Like, if they don't back him, is he going to want to stay? Even if they wanted to keep him, it's really like. And then if he's not going to stay, if they want to get rid of him, why? Why did they? If all they're going to do is get rid of him in the summer, why did they bring him in the first place?
Especially if we do stay up, and it's rumoured to believe that £2 million bonus if we stay up. We paid a geezer £2 million for a 6 months project where, for me, so far, he looks like he's doing a bloody good job.
100%, mate. I agree completely. And I don't know. I don't know what the plan would be if, unless he's turned around and already said to him, I've got no plans of being here after 6 months, and he's using us to kind of rebuild his career. to get a job elsewhere. Where else he would go on a higher level is anyone's guess. But it's a strange one. I don't know. But this is the thing. Who knows what the plan is at the minute? Who knows what the plan is for anything? For transfers? Are they going to sell the club? Are they going to try and sell the club? Who knows? Who knows?
But a Scooby-Doo, mate. Moving on. Last sort of... actually, we've cut more subjects, actually. I've just remembered we usually do the Premier League roundup now, don't we? So we've got a little bit of that to do as well. Youth, mate. It's nice to have seen the youth getting a chance. That's one thing. Again, another positive tick for me in David Moyes. Youth getting a chance. People like Declan Rice looking like, he could fit straight into the team now. For me, he can start.
Yeah, definitely. Rice is now definitely a first teamer, 100%. 100%. And no, you're right, mate. It's great to see. It's interesting that we've recalled all the youth players we had on loan so that he can have a look at them. Again, whether that's just going to be excuses not to sign anyone, but it's good. It's
Josh
good to see.
Josh rave reviews as well. Josh, they're saying that Josh should start getting 20 minutes here and there's now. And I'd love to see that. I'd love to see.
I would as well. We've been saying for a couple of seasons. I've been saying anyway for a couple of seasons. I see him as Noble's long-term replacement.
Yeah, and again, another good point made. You went a game as well, mate. The Juventus game. Our best player on that day was Josh Cullen. He was. And, that's against... I know, obviously, they were taking it easy, Juventus, to a certain extent. But, he still performed, still held his head up.
Yeah, 100%. No, definitely. And it's great to see. It's great to see him getting a chance. Like I say, unfortunately, I didn't see either game. Unfortunately, I didn't see the game yesterday, so I can't say how well anyone played. But it's good to see him getting chances. It's good to see that they are being looked at.
Yeah, and he has got a very good record of bringing the kids through, Monty. So again, it's all positive stuff for me. Listen, it could all go downhill in 3 games' time. We could lose 3 games, and you're thinking, oh my god, do you know what I mean? But at the minute, for me, all positive. Like I said, there's a couple of questions on him, so I don't want to talk about him too much because I'm sure it will get some discussion coming out of us in a minute. Premier League, mate. Let's have a little look at the Premier League this weekend.
Manchester City, mate. Well, going on previous games, Manchester City finally lost.
Yeah, just proves again, mate. Again, one bit of noise that did come out of the Arsenal fans this week was just goes to show how hard it is to be undefeated all season, doesn't it? Because apart from that, the Arsenal fans have been very, very quiet.
Yeah.
But fantastic game of football, was it? Liverpool, Man City. What a game!
Oh yeah, and just attack. This is going to sound weird because I'm a West Ham fan, but I was quite sad to see them lose that run. I wouldn't have minded seeing them. I would have liked to have seen them go the season unbeaten. I quite like City. Obviously I'm not a City fan. I'm a West Ham fan. But I quite like City. They're a great team to watch. They've got some incredible players. Yeah, they've done it all with money and blah blah blah.
But you can't take it away from Liverpool either, though, mate. They're fantastic to watch as well.
Yeah, I just don't like Liverpool though.
I'm a big fan of Salah. Salah's a bloody good player.
Salah's a fantastic player, but he was a good player in Italy as well. It's surprising how long he went under the radar.
Another of the Chelsea academy that went away, mate.
Yeah, 100%. But I mean, no, they have got a good team. Sold Coutinho, and then I don't know what they're gonna do, who they're gonna bring in, but they've got a very it's all pace. Liverpool's all pace.
Frightening pace.
Yeah, Salah, Mane, Firmino.
Yeah, just a really good team to be. Really good team. It's Klopp's plans starting to work. They're going to be very dangerous next year. Very dangerous. They might be worth an outside bet next year to win it.
I don't know.
I can see it. Pushing close. Bournemouth, Arsenal just in dire straits at the moment. They really, really are. 39 points, miles behind. Doesn't look like they're going to get Champions League unless they win the Europa League. But Sanchez is going to go, and they're talking about Aubameyang coming in there, mate. If you were Aubameyang, are you going anywhere near Arsenal?
No.
That is the point that Arsenal are getting at now. They're turning into, like an Everton's or an Everton, a sort of West Ham sort of.
Yeah. Well, they I watched. I can't remember whether it was Match of the Day or Match of the Day 2, and they said Arsenal without Sanchez are an average side.
You take Ozil out of there as well.
Well, that's it, and that's what they were saying. So like Sanchez, Ozil, and Wilshere, like their 3 best players, all could go on a free transfer.
Walcott has gone now. If you call him like their sort of their backup, sort of one of their better-ish players.
And it's crazy, like talking about Sanchez going to Man United for like what 20-30 million. That is insane.
Yeah.
30 million for Alexis Sanchez.
I know Mkhitaryan's part of the deal, but again, I wouldn't want to go Arsenal. I really wouldn't.
So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see where they go next year. I'm assuming that Wenger will go at the end of the season.
I am surprised though. I know it seems like it's down to money that he didn't go to City, but for me, if I was a player, I know it's easier said with money and stuff, but it's like if you go to City, you're guaranteed to win the Premier League. You've got a Premier League title medal. Still in the Champions League. Still in the League Cup. Still in the FA Cup. You still could win 4 medals towards the end of the season. Mm-hmm. I would have gone City. No?
Yeah. But I don't know. It's interesting to see. Like the top teams, Chelsea seem to be falling away big time. I think that
Conte's lost the plot. I think
they haven't won a game in 5 now, 5 or 6.
And this is what I'm saying about the Andy Carroll thing. I think if it carries on, Carroll will go. They will just slap the money down. Boom.
I think he'll do well for him as well.
Yeah, no, I do.
Obviously, he's not going to be starting games.
Yeah.
But like if you think
he does go, I wish him luck. Do you know what I mean? He's done some good stuff for us.
Yeah, but I mean, you think if you've got Andy Carroll in the box and he's getting service from Hazard, Willian, Pedro,
Fabregas,
yeah, he's gonna be banging them in. But it'd be interesting to see how he does there.
Yeah. Right, let's move on, mate. That's it, sort of, for the Premier League and stuff. Just one other little bit of news. He hasn't played for 2 years, but apparently Ronaldinho has announced his retirement from football, even though he hasn't played for 2 years.
I did see that. We should still try and get him.
Yeah, still try and get him. Yeah. What a fantastic player, though. Great goals, great thing. Him and Gigi both retiring this year, so that's a sad day for football. Let's move on. Okay, Sam Turpin, my friend in work, says, if the season finished tomorrow, does Moyes get a new deal after his original 6 months? And what would you do, metaphorically speaking?
So for me, yeah, I'd give him a new deal. Absolutely, I'd give him a new deal today. I think he's done brilliant. The time he's been here, I've liked the way that he's carried himself in interviews and things. I like the way he speaks about the team. The fans, the players seem to all be coming out and saying great things about him. And you're talking the likes of like Collins and Noble. They're all coming out and saying how good he's been, how much of a positive influence he's had on the team and the dressing room. I think Noble was saying, he said he did it at the weekend. It was the weekend, yeah. He said he did it at the weekend where he come in at half time and said, you're not playing right, Lanzini and Arnautovic, you should be linking up better, this, that and the other. And like he was saying, then he's not afraid to tell players when they're not doing well. And I think that was a problem that Bilic had. He was too matey rather than telling them this ain't good enough.
He actually said it in his press conference, Moyes, as well, did he? I don't know if you see it. It was like we did well, but there's still improvements. And that's after a 4-1 win. Mm-hmm. And that's what you want, Like he's not one to gloat as such, just because it's been a 4-1 win. Yes, he's happy, but he admits himself there is still a long way to go. That level of performance needs to be
consistent
every week.
Yeah,
or at least 3 out of 4 games a month. You do have your blips, you do have your bad games, but that level of intensity and the speed of passing, that needs to be sort of on a regular basis.
100%, mate. 100%. And I mean, like, you're starting to see a lot of people say, Moyes is boring, he's negative. Well, I did see what was it? It was like we've scored a stupid amount of goals in like the last 6 games. I think we've scored 15 or 16 goals in the last 6 games. I mean, that's not boring football. Do you know what I mean? We're scoring goals, and like I said in the game of the weekend, the 3rd goal, that beautiful passing move. And I said to you at the time, like, that's the first time in years I've seen us playing triangles like that. And if we can carry on that moving forward, you know, we'll be a good team to watch as well. And I'm delighted with the way he's done. Really am. And I would 100% give him a new contract.
Yeah, new contract. And if it was me, we're not talking David Sullivan and David Gold here. If it was me, new contract, and I'd give him like a good wad of money in the summer. To go and buy some big players, you know, like Fellaini and people like that, to really sort of boost us up a bit, to make us a real, you know, you'd look at West Ham and you think, oh, they're a good outside bet for like a top 6 place. Like that's the sort of level you want us to get at, where people think, oh, you know what, they're quite a good little side they are. Don't fancy playing them. Yeah. SB, if you could only keep one of the players out of Ox, Burke or Martinez, who would it be? Interesting that he's not put Cullen or Rice in there. It's just Ox, Burke and Martinez.
Well, if Rice was in there, it'd be Rice, 100%.
Yeah.
Because he's first team ready. Oh, man. I don't know.
I don't think we've seen enough of Tony Martinez.
No.
He's had 2 games. And a really good point, again, from the other guys over at West Ham Fan TV, said it's very hard to judge a youth player when they're playing with the other youth players. You know, like when Sam threw 7 in or whatever it was against Nottingham Forest a couple of years ago, and they just got trounced. Like, you want to see, I know you didn't mention him, SB, but you want to see Cullen and people like Rice, how they've got on with the first team. It's easier to judge when they're playing with the first teamers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. To answer the question, though,
I'm going to do a real David Sullivan answer. For resale value, it's got to be Reece Oxford.
See, I think I would rather keep Burke than Oxford. I would rather keep Burke than Oxford. I think he's got the potential to be the better player. Martinez obviously could be phenomenal, but I have to say, from what I have seen of him, and I know he hasn't really had many chances, you can't judge him too much, but he's what, 20 years old now?
Maybe 21, mate. Yeah.
I don't think he's going to make it.
Yeah.
I think he'll probably be here for another season, if that.
You see him clapping goals in Spain,
and he'll be off somewhere. I don't think he's going to make it in the Premier League. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully he proves me wrong. I'd love to be proved wrong there, but I don't know. I can't see it.
Yeah. Okay, RC says, again, this question comes up quite a lot, but I do like this question. If you could bring back one player to the club from the past, who would you choose? As we always do, mate, from our sort of lifetime only guys. So if you're sitting there going, oh, Bobby Moore and Trevor Brooking and Billy Bonds, yeah, obvious candidates, you know what I mean? Bobby goes straight in. But just our lifetime. So we sort of go from about 1990 onwards.
It's always the same answer.
It's Paolo, yeah. It's obviously
Paolo.
Imagine Paolo and Arnautovic together. Bloody hell. Nightmare, both of them.
Yeah. Obviously Paolo, yeah.
I tell you what I'd love. I tell you what, let's take away your obvious ones from our generation then, your Paolos and people like that. Do you know what we could proper do with someone like John Moncur at the minute? Just an absolute terrier in that midfield that's going to kick people up in the air. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or even again, a perfect player would be Mark Vivian Foley.
Well, I'll tell you what, a good, like, in his prime, Michael Carrick would change our team completely.
Yeah, someone calm on the ball, can spray it nice. Yeah, I really would. Someone as well, again, would link up lovely with Lanzini. Shame they didn't get to play together. Is Yossi Benayoun as well. Someone like that, a real good little player. And again, I always say him as well, Trevor Sinclair for me. I would love someone like that, And
then, of course, Colton Cole.
Oh, obviously.
I mean, if we're going to be...
bring it back now.
Yeah, bring it back now. If we're going to be sacking off Andy Carroll, get Colton back.
Yeah. RC, who would you consider the best attacking player to ever play for our club?
Well, again,
it's our generation.
Our generation.
Listen, I know my dad's generation, right? He says like people like Alan Devonshire and people like Trev, again, obvious candidates. Our generation, listen, I loved, again, I'm going to say his name again, it's Paolo Di Canio. The man used to terrify defences, and he could walk through. He could walk through defences.
He could. Do you know what, though, mate? Payet would be up there.
Oh, Dimmy's up there, mate.
Payet would be
well up there, mate.
Well, like, for me...
So exciting. So exciting.
Talent-wise, as an attacking player, he's the closest we've ever had to Paolo. On his day, he was probably better. His all-round game.
Yeah. In terms of free kicks and stuff like that.
The vision to pick out a pass.
Yeah.
The ability to take a player on.
Absolute audacity of him. Sometimes.
He had the same thing with Paolo. Like, he used to draw 2-3 players to him. He's as much as he's a snake and we can't stand him, and he's just, I think he seems to have given up on his career now, but he's a phenomenal player.
Yeah. Just some outsiders, mate. Just obviously like young Joe Cole, fantastic as well. Really, really good. You know, even when he came back, you know, he obviously lost his pace, but he still had that aggression, and he did score a couple of goals when he came back. Another one for me as well. Very exciting. Didn't get to play enough though. Ravel Morrison. He was exciting. He was very, very exciting when he used to get on the ball and run. Just used to sort of like breeze past players, didn't he?
Oh yeah. And then strikers. I mean, you got the likes of Dino.
Yeah. Matthew Everton was a good attacking player as well. First.
He was a bottler though.
Yeah, he did. Didn't like a tackle. I used to love Nobby Solano as well. I know he was only there for like a year, but he was, again, fantastic passer of the ball. Yossi, who I mentioned earlier as well, another one, really, really good player in that year when we come up and got to the FA Cup final.
Like you say, mate, Sinclair.
Yeah, Sinclair, fantastic as well. And again, if we're looking at the current team, Masawaka looks like he could be a real top player. I know he's more of a defensive style, but he's attacked some of the best footwork I've ever seen from.
See, I don't think he's a defender at all. No, I really don't.
Left wing. I think he would fit in lovely at left wing. The footwork is some of the best footwork I've seen, like from a West Ham player.
Yeah, good question. Let us know your answers to that one, guys. Like, who's the best attacking player West Ham's ever had that you've ever seen? That you've seen? Who's the best attacking player at West Ham that you've seen? Good question.
John Phillips, should we start a campaign to bring the Hammerettes back to liven the ground up again at half time?
I'd say yeah, but you won't be able to see them. You're too far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? The Hammerettes were good. I used to like the Hammerettes.
While we're at it, let's bring Jeremy Nicholas back as well, because he's the voice of he was the voice of Upton Park, and he is greatly missed, old Jeremy.
And bring back the old what's his face? Bring back the old Herbie the Hammer as well.
He's there.
No,
you want the old Herbie?
Yeah, because now you've got like Hammer Man, didn't you? I don't like him. He looks like Iron Man.
Jack, again, we sort of touched on this already, but do you think Andy Carroll might be going to Chelsea? If so, do you think it would be permanent deal or a loan deal? Do you think a lot hinges on if Michi wants to come to us?
Well, first of all,
permanent, huh?
Yeah, 100% permanent. I don't think we should loan him out. There's no point. There's no benefit to us at all for loaning Andy Carroll. If they want him, they've got to pay for him. They've got enough money that they can afford it. It's not as if like Chelsea can't afford to buy a player. Of course they can. So, no, if they want him, it's got to be a permanent deal for me. I don't think a swap deal is going to happen because they never do. When do swap deals ever actually happen? And we'd be better off with the cash anyway. As long as Sullivan reinvests it, that's a big thing as well. But no, for me, it has to be a permanent deal. There's no point in a loan.
Yeah, no, I agree, mate. Like I say, be half ashamed to see him go, but for 20 mil, got to go.
No, it would be fast. We should have sold him years ago.
Joseph, says, where do you think we need to improve the most in the window, and who would you realistically want to buy? I would personally improve the midfield and get a new right back for Zaba.
Yeah, I mean, 100% the midfield. We've been saying it for weeks and weeks and weeks. We desperately need one or two midfielders to come in. As far as the right back one goes, I've seen a few people talking about that. And I think that can wait till the summer. I don't think we need that in this window. I don't think we're desperate for that. Obviously, we've got Byram when he's fit.
I don't think it's as bad as it has been over the last 3 or 4 years when we've needed a right back.
No.
You know, he can do a job. Yeah, he gets caught out, but he ain't like when Antonio was playing there and it literally was targeted every single match. It's more of that it's the pace thing rather than he's not a good defender. He's still a very good defender.
Yeah, 100%. 100% agree, mate. 100%. And I think that can wait until the summer. I don't think that's somewhere we need to worry about this window. But 100% we need midfielders, and if we do end up selling half our strikers, we need replacements up front as well.
Yeah. James Hawkins, in my opinion, Theo Walcott wouldn't be a bad investment for competition for Antonio. Imagine him, Masuaku on the wings. What do you think, boys? Well, as I sort of already touched on, he has gone to Everton. Like Paul just said actually as well. Would have been a fantastic signing. He would have done good at West Ham. You know, his career has sort of gone like that since he went to Arsenal. He never sort of went like that. But, yeah, he would be brilliant for us.
I think so, yeah.
Ruthless pace.
Good finisher as well. He's a tidy finisher.
Yeah, I love scoring against us as well, so he might continue. He would have continued possibly. John Phillips, if you could promote one player from the youth level, who would it be? Ignoring Rice, as he is deemed as a senior player, in my opinion now, and why? For me, Josh Cullen, because he is the natural replacement for Mark. For me.
Yeah, that's a good shout, mate. I'd probably agree with that. Yeah, it's Cullen. He's probably, him and Burke and Oxford are probably the three that are on the fringes that are most ready. But yeah, that's where we need midfielders. So yeah, I'd say Cullen.
Need some legs in there, don't we? Yeah. Sarif says, which players in our squad do you think we should try and sell before the window closes? What has happened to Kiati? Is he injured or is he just crap now? Well, for me, he's terrible. He's so poor now.
Yeah, he's been shocking recently.
No presence in that midfield anymore.
No, I mean, and there was videos going around of seeing Kiati running back, basically just jogging back. He looks like he don't really want to put any effort in. I don't think he wants to be here anymore. I think he wants to leave, and because of that, I think he's playing within himself. He don't want to get injured.
Well, quite a bad history of Senegalese players as well. Like, they just seem to, in terms of the Premier League as well, if you think about like El Hadji Diouf, Papa Cisse, Demba Ba, like they seem to have like these 1-2 seasons and then they just, I don't know, they seem to sulk and go off the boil. Like Mohamed Diame as well, Senegalese. I don't know, is it just, I don't know, something in their nature, I don't know, that they come over, have a couple of good seasons, and they just totally go off the boil.
I don't know, but no, I don't know what's wrong with him. Like I say, I think he probably wants to move on, and he's probably the weakest link in the team at the minute. That's where I'd love to see Fellaini come in, because he would be an instant replacement and an instant improvement on Kiai.
Sarah, again, what is the lowest amount of money you would take for Carroll, and is David Moyes winning over the West Ham fan base? Again, sort of touched on it already, but yeah, I'd take 20 for him.
Yeah, realistically, I'd take 15, because that's what we paid for him. If we got our money back on him, that would be fantastic. You know, you wouldn't have been able to give him away a year ago. So 20, anything for me personally, anything above 15 mil would be fantastic. You know, and the thing is it's January, it's a seller's market. Chelsea have got money to burn, so why not push him for 20, 25, 30 million? Why not? And
for me, David Moyes is definitely winning over the fans there, 100%. Mark says, to those that have decided, what if we get relegated? A big if, but who would be a better manager then? Would you keep Moyes or someone else? I wouldn't keep Moyes then. I'll be honest, because then I think it would kill him. Like, like taking Sunderland down. Then you take a club like West Ham down as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. Could he handle 2 relegations like that? Probably not.
Could, and he would lose his, again, I hate to use the word, like his mojo, like with the players and stuff. It would be like, this geezer don't really know what he's talking about. And once you've got that, especially with professional footballers, it's like they're not going to run through anymore, and all that sort of goes out the window, really.
Yeah, very good points.
Yeah. Tyler says, why hasn't Enders turned crap? This sort of common theme today.
He hasn't. I don't think he has.
No, he just doesn't fit us.
He hasn't been used correctly for West Ham. When he was playing under Bilic, he was playing mainly on the wing. He was getting hooked on the hour every single game. And, we're not set up to play the way that he would need to play. To be fair, the way we played the weekend, I think he would have done really well. Like that the interchanges with Lanzini and Arnautovic. If you would have had Hernandez buzzing around as well, I reckon he would have done really well. I would have liked to have seen him come on, but for whatever reason, it just hasn't worked out. He's not a bad player. He hasn't turned into a bad player overnight, and he'll go somewhere else and he'll start banging him in again.
The thing is, well, with a player like Hernandez, mate, again, he needs to be told, don't come out of the 18-yard box, because he's got no touch. Like, when he's picking that ball up in the midfield, he looks awful. But that's not his role, He's a fox. And that's where, sadly, we've not set up for him. Clout and Blue, again, same sort of question, but everyone keeps saying if Moyes keeps his job, if Moyes keeps us up, he should keep his job. But anyone who is a good manager can. Yes, sometimes it does depend on him or the club, but I feel like we should be thinking of the long term. Is David Moyes a long-term manager? For me, if he can't get us to finish 9th to 7th, then I say if he can get us to 9th to 7th, give him a couple of years. Do you guys agree?
I think David Moyes is the absolute personification of a long-term manager. He's a project manager. He's a manager who needs time to build a project and build a team. And I definitely think, if he keeps us up and we carry on. See, this is the thing. It's all about how we progress and how we carry on. And if we carry on the way that we are, 100% stick with him. I would absolutely love to see Moyes given a long-term contract and let him build a team with West Ham.
I think he would do something there. I really do. I do have this sort of belief that he could build something quite good there.
100%. If he can get us to that level where he was at with Everton, where we're finishing 6th, 7th, 8th every year, that's the next level for West Ham. You've been saying it for years, mate. That's where you want West Ham to be. And I do believe that Moyes can do that if he gets the correct backing from the owners. 100% I see him as a long-term manager, 100%.
Yeah. American West Ham podcast. Welcome to the West Ham YouTube family, guys, as well. Like you, good luck with your channel and stuff. They say, do you believe Marco will be able to sustain this exceptional current form, or will he drop off?
I mean, he's going to drop off eventually, isn't he? Like, you can't keep a run up like that forever.
No. And it's just, for me, it's keeping that desire. If you keep that desire up, things will happen.
Or maybe, you never know, maybe he is, and he has been all this time, a hidden goal-a-game striker. Who knows?
Yeah. Or is it that thing I was saying in work today, is it that thing of, okay, Marco, stop playing well now, like, calm it down a little bit, like playing for a move away. Stop playing well now, mate. Have a couple of bad games in there so we can say you're inconsistent.
I mean, he's definitely on a purple patch. He's probably on the best run of his career.
It's fantastic. Like, just looks so dangerous.
And a long may it continue. Even if he can keep it going until the end of the season, phenomenal, fantastic.
Darren says, which of our older current youth players are you most disappointed in terms of their development? There you go. It's a sort of slightly different question there.
Well, I mean, for me, the one that stands out is Reece Oxford.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't really, after that debut against Arsenal, when, he was fantastic, and then he was in the press and everyone was talking about him being the next big thing, the next Rio Ferdinand, and he hasn't done anything really to show that promise. He's done nothing really since then. Really.
Has he been harshly treated though? You know, he had that worldie with Ozil and stuff for the Arsenal game, and then obviously he was turned by Lukaku. I think it was in the Everton game, the next game, and then it was like, yeah, you're not playing anymore.
Well, no, I don't think that's true because he was playing. I know he played
the Leicester game as well. He definitely played the Leicester game,
and I suppose he was playing a few games in sort of midfield, but even when he's been out on loan, I mean, to be fair, it sounds like he had a decent time in Germany, and Mönchengladbach want to keep him by all accounts, so that's obviously a good sign. But I don't think he's really lived up to that initial promise. Maybe that time out of the country would have done him well, and it'd be interesting to see how he does now he's back at West Ham, if he even gets a chance. But I mean, most disappointed with for me would be Reece. Yeah,
no, I agree. Sean B, I think that is SB actually, asked it on YouTube. What is your goal of the season so far? Obiang had a cracker, but Arnie's looked like total filth today.
Depending on when that was asked, I'm guessing he's talking about the one where he flicked it over.
Yeah, the sort of Gaza-esque.
I mean, it was a good goal, but
was unreal. Though.
Obiang's was a different class to that. Obiang's was a ridiculous goal. That Obiang's goal will be in the running for goal of the season. Carroll's, Arnautovic's won't. So
with Obiang as well, I go on goal of the seasons on my reaction watching a goal, and it was something like woo! Do you know what I mean? When it went in, it's like I couldn't control my voice.
Yeah, it was absolute thunderbolt. It was an absolute rocket. So I mean, that's got to be it for me. Although, talking about the third goal of the weekend, it was Lanzini's first goal, wasn't it? That was a brilliant goal. That was that would be one of my favourite goals so far this season, just because the movement and the build-up play was fantastic. I really enjoyed that, and I want to see more goals like that. He took it well as well, but no, Obiang's has to be for me.
Didn't Masuaku score an absolute cracker in the League Cup as well? With like a left foot ping into the top corner in like the first round of the League Cup. Yeah,
I think I'm remembering right. He sort of took it inside and he hit it.
Yeah, outside the boot.
Outside the boot, top. Yeah, the opposite corner.
Yeah, that was a cracker, guys. If you haven't seen that one, go and have a look at that one. That was a cracker. That is it for all the questions, guys. Thank you very, very much. I hope you've enjoyed the show, and I really hope that next week we have some transfer news. Like, we're just praying for it. Like, usually January is like such easy to plan the shows around, but at the minute, just so quiet. Slightly concerning, but we'll see. Hopefully, guys, we have a win against Bournemouth, and see who we've got for the FA Cup the week after. But until then, guys, keep believing. Check out West Ham Fan Zone. Check out all of our other stuff. Come in your minds. Let's go.
Cheers.